Namaste, everyone, and welcome to Yin Yoga with Matt. Today, we're going to dive into a Yin Yoga class focusing on tapping into hidden energy storages within our bodies. So, there is a beautiful thing about holding asanas and holding stillness, and it makes you discover that even though you're tired or you might feel exhausted, you have a lot of energy that's hidden within yourself. And when you take the moment to relax, rest, and embrace stillness, you'll be able to awaken those hidden energy storage and come out of today's Yin Yoga class feeling more energized, at peace, and just having more focus. So we're going to be exploring that today. And all you're going to be needing is a bolster and your yoga mat. So we're going to just start by working on our upper back or thoracic spine flexibility. So you're going to place the bolster sideways like this towards the top of your mat. And you want to lower yourself down and you want to land it pretty much mid-back so that you can form an arc like this. And then resting your head on the ground, extending your legs. You're pretty much holding sort of savasana, but with the bolster forcing your spine into an arc, which will benefit that flexibility in this area of your body. We often don't work enough on our thoracic mobility. This is really great to create space in between your intercostal ribs, your thoracic cage, facilitating breathing. So let's just close our eyes, focusing on deep breath in and out through the nose. Trying to notice and feel if by putting some pressure on our upper spine, creating that space that's releasing energy that was sleeping. And it is through that stillness and openness of our tissues and body that we're doing through the yin practices that we are making the necessary space for this trapped energy to be released. And we can slowly brace our abdominal muscles, pushing with our arms and coming all the way up. So you should already feel the openness in your upper back from arcing it with the help of the bolster. That's something we haven't done before. on this Yin Yoga channel, and it should feel tremendously good. So now that we place the bolster vertically towards the front of the mat, we're just going to bring the side of our right hip to the bottom of the bolster like this. And then we're going to keep our right leg in a 90-degree angle. And then the left leg will make another 90-degree angle where we're going to bring the left knee in line with the right heel. So from here, it's a little bit like a twisted deer, but we're going to be holding, using the bolster. So we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to turn our upper body facing the bolster, trying to keep everything squared off, but keeping our hips exactly where they are. And then on the next exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down onto the bolster, and we're going to be hugging it and just resting here. So this feels really good for your spine, your low back. There is a lot of hidden energy that is released through all those twisting asanas and Yin Yoga. So let's just relax and embrace the release of energy through stillness. And we can slowly push through our arms, coming all the way up, and then turning our body towards the other side. But I'm gonna just shift the bolster to show you from the front what I'm gonna be doing. So same thing here on the left side. I'm gonna bring the bottom of your left hip at the base of the bolster, making a 90-degree angle with your left leg. Then you're going to make a 90-degree angle with the right and bringing that right knee to the left heel, exactly like I'm doing. So we're going to take one big inhale, and on the exhale we're going to twist and turn our upper body towards the bolster. And then big inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down onto the bolster. You might notice that one side is tighter than the other. For me, it's this side right now. And that is okay. Just allow it to be. It will open up on its own. And on your next exhale, you can come slowly all the way up and then untwist your spine. So from here, we're just going to turn very slowly, moving the bolster aside, and we're going to go into a toe squat. So you want to kind of tuck your toes like this, and then sitting up straight on your knees, we're going to lower ourselves down and put the pressure on our heels, which should really stretch the arc of our foot here and our toes. So you'll feel it right away. And from here, while we're at it, we're just going to add something else. We're going to go into the eagle pose when we cross our arms. So you can bring your left elbow above the right, and then you can either bring the back of your palms together, or if you're good, you can go a little deeper and twist around and hold the inside of both palms together. Whatever feels the best for you right now. And this is really good to open up your shoulders. So again, bringing back your focus to your breath, in and out through the nose, and noticing if you can feel the release of energy through the power of stillness. So we can slowly release our arms, bringing them back to our knees, moving our hips forward, untucking our toes, and then moving our hips back. So from here now we're going to stretch the front of our legs, a little bit of our thighs. So from this position, we're just going to take a little breather. And then we're going to move back, putting the pressure again on our heels with our glutes, and you should feel the stretch on the front of both of your foot. And then it might extend a little higher up. If you go a little deeper, you might feel it at the front of your thighs as well. So you can play with it. Me, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna be focusing on my ankles tonight. So you're trying to kind of balance on the front of your ankles. Yeah, and there is a lot of trapped energy in our tight ankles, and we don't stretch them enough to release it. So this is the perfect class to tap into those hidden energy storage. We're going to take one big inhale, and on the exhale we're going to move ourselves forward, bringing back the weight on our knees, then slowly lifting up, keeping our knees and hips in line, forming a 90-degree angle. We're just gonna go into melting heart now. So we're gonna take one big inhale, and on the exhale, you're gonna bring your hands forward a bit, and then lower your upper body down. Bring your forehead to the ground, stretching your spine. If you're really flexible, you might try to bring your chest to the ground instead of your forehead, depending on who you are and your own physical limitation in the time being. Sometimes a moment of stillness in your day is all you need to recuperate some lost energy and be able to keep on going for the rest of your day. And that might be through Yin Yoga, meditation, or just closing your eyes and doing breathing exercises. That could be at work, at home, anywhere and at any time when you feel run down. And that's the beautiful power that's hiding through stillness. And from here, I'm going to invite you to move your hips forward, placing the weight on your elbows and then lowering your stomach to the floor. We're just going to bring our elbows in line with our shoulders, and we're going to go into Sphinx pose. So keeping our palms grounded on the floor, allowing our low back to naturally curve, just like I'm doing right now. Closing our eyes and refocusing on our breathing. I'm always amazed when I hold these asanas in silence to rediscover the power that's hiding within those moments of silence. There's something truly magical about that peace and quietness when you're just with your own self and there's no sounds, no distractions, nothing going on around you. And I find catching myself coming back to those thoughts when I hold asanas in silence. You probably have experienced the same by doing my Yin Yoga classes. And I'm going to invite you to flare your elbows outwards, bringing your palms one on top of the other and resting your forehead on the back of your palms, just to release your low back a little bit. This is a very soothing and relaxing belly pose. I really love it. And from here, opening up our knees and then crossing our ankles wide, we're going to push through our arms, roll onto our knees and ankles and come to the seated position. And from here, we're going to be diving into square pose. So keeping our hips in line to the front of our mat, we're going to bring the right heel on top of the left knee. And then we're going to be squaring off our hips. Taking one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to start moving our fingertips forward. And you should start feeling a deep sensation in your right glute. And we're going to explore deepening that sensation today by moving our fingertips to the left side of the mat a little bit and diving forward. So we're doing the square pose with a slight angle towards the left to just discover how that feels for you. We're going to be tapping into just a slightly different part of our fascia, trying again to awaken those energy storage. we're going to slowly walk our fingertips back and then to the center, raising our upper torso all the way up. And then we're going to cross our leg. You can take a little moment here to just notice the openness that we just created in our bodies. And here we can slowly bring our left heel on top of the right knee, squaring everything off once more, and then walking our fingertips forward on your next exhale, and then moving them towards the right side of the mat, leaning forward, then finding your edge, and then stillness. And we can slowly walk our fingertips back when you're ready, raising your upper torso, coming all the way up and then crossing your legs. And we're going to be bringing them in front of us, making our way down to our backs. I'm going to grab my timer here, coming all the way down. So from here, we're going to go into banana pose. So we're going to start walking our legs towards the left side of our mat. And then we're going to cross the right ankle over the left, moving our upper body towards the left side as well of the mat. And then we're going to bring our arms above our head, grabbing onto our elbows and just resting here, opening up the side of our body, which should feel really good. So when you're ready, you can uncross your ankles and bring your legs slowly to the middle of your mat. Take your time here because this position, if you move too fast, you might pinch your low back just because of the nature of the way you're stretching the side of your body. So you definitely want to be careful into moving slowly. So once you're back in the center with your upper body and your legs, then we're going to walk our legs towards the right side of our mat until we can't anymore. Then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right one to deepen the sensations on our left side of our body. Then we're going to move our upper body towards the right side, and then raising our arms and grabbing onto our elbows. Closing our eyes and then allowing stillness to open up the side of our bodies. And we can slowly uncross our legs, bring our arms back down, and walk our legs back to the center of our mat, bringing our upper body in line with it. And from here, we're going to go into Savasana to finish and wrap up today's Yin Yoga class. So Savasana is where the true power of Yin comes from. There is no other asana that is more yin than Savasana. So try to really embrace and learn to love Savasana and all of its beauty and power. And this will probably become one of your favorite asana with time, when you really embrace feeling everything that it does to your body and mind, fully surrendering to the power of gravity. So when you're ready, you can open up your eyes or stay in Savasana while I'm going to make my way up to the seated position. So how wonderful did that class feel for you? I know I feel amazing right now. And Savasana as quickly became one of my favorite asana when I learned to discover and embrace all of its power. And I remember that when I used to start doing yoga, I would tend to want to skip Savasana at the end because I didn't see it as an asana and more like a waste of time. And I learned with time that this is the best and most beneficial asana of all when it comes to really balancing out your busy yang life with the yin practice. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today's class, and thanks for joining me on the mat It's my pleasure to be your teacher. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and family members, or you can even donate to my PayPal account, which is always much appreciated. So thank you for all of you who do that. And we're just going to bring our hands to our heart, closing our eyes, sitting up straight, taking one big inhale. And on the exhale, releasing any last bit of tension that might remain in your body until you become really light. And that's it for today. So until next time, or until I see you in the next class, namaste. Bye everyone.